Welcome to Travel Market Life, your companion for industry insights and professional business development. Travel Market Life. Join us by webcast, video or podcast.
Hello and welcome to Travel Market Life. I'm your host Ryan Haynes and this is part of Series 3 for Hoteliers Voice, where we speak to hoteliers about the investments and developments that they've been making in their brand and portfolio. Today, how Foxhills evolves to remain relevant. Joining me will be Tej Walia, Managing Director of the Foxhills Collection. The Foxhills Collection is an independently owned collection of golf clubs and resorts in Surrey, in the UK, delivered by a talented team of 300 led by the Hayton family. Its 400-acre Surrey estate, Foxhills, is an award-winning hotel and country club with 3 golf courses, spa, family-friendly facilities, 5 swimming pools and 3 restaurants, while Farley is a golf club with a 27-hole course. In our conversation today, we're going to be looking at how to assess and identify where to make the right investments, the role of digital solutions, recruitment and retention, and the role of PR to build business.
Travel Market Life.
So on the line now is Tej. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, remaining relevant is incredibly important for luxury hotels, and with changing consumer demand and expectations, the hospitality industry has got to keep on top of the guest expectation. Tej, can you tell us what initiatives and new developments you've introduced at the Foxhills in recent years?
Sure. First of all, Ryan, thank you for having me this lovely Friday sunny morning. Thank you very much. I think from Foxhill's point of view, and if you can, it is for any establishment to be relevant, you have to have a continuous improvement and development plan for 2 reasons: so that you keep your property fresh for your customers, whether it will be in the form of visitors or members, and also to keep on adding a new thing so that you, for especially your regular customers, which in our case are the member, you have something more to give. From our point of view, so far, I have been at Foxhills for just under 5 years. So far we have invested just under 17 million, whether it's in a form of refurbishment or whether it is in a form of a new facility. In the refurbishment, we have done some bedrooms, we have done the golf courses, we have done refurbing the whole restaurant. Apart from the fact that we have car parks and things like that, we have kept on doing. And most importantly, our flagship 1,700 square meter of pavilion, which is a family-friendly facility, which with indoor, outdoor swimming pool, spinning studio, dedicated spinning studio, multi-purpose studio, box studio, games room, a restaurant. I can go on. But that's what it is. Now, our future plan is equally exciting. We have got the plans to invest in by refurbishing new bedrooms, building additional 25 to 30 bedrooms, which we have a planning permission for. State-of-the-art paddle tennis and pickleball courts, which will be floodlit to suit all the weather, and also in the future they will be covered. We have done recently refurbished a space in our garden, which is used as an art studio for our arts classes and a reading club, and also extension of the car park, again extension of our restaurant. Most importantly, actually, which I said is, we are investing currently in the staff engagement platform. The conversation is going on, and I know there are a couple of questions which will be relevant because as of right now, some of our HODs in a meeting room to discuss what they need, what we should have from the staff engagement platform, which is to engaging the staff as well as it can do their admins, both. Actually, they are there to do the needs analysis and also staff lounge. Let's not forget, in 21st century, we have to be keeping up with the online digi. So we are in process right now. Keeping up with the trend is to implementation of GA4, for our website, which will help us to track our customer journey online. So yeah, these are just a bit some what we have done and what we have future plan. And I'm sure amongst all everything, there will be more things there, which I've just highlighting only some of the key aspects of the refurbishment to come.
I mean, it's all encompassing. I mean, talk about covering so many areas of a business. And since you offer so many different services and facilities as a luxury hotel with a golf course thrown on top and all those swimming pools, obviously that's a lot to keep track of. Now, I mean, because it's so vast, one of the things that you, as you mentioned, you've introduced is the family facility now to start targeting and catering to that segment.
Mm-hmm.
But then also the upgrading of some of the other existing aspects within the property. How do you assess and identify where to make the investments and build that timeline out? As you say, this seems to be a 5 or 6 year plan that you've been executing already. So how do you then look at, okay, what are we going to do next year, and then identifying sort of those priorities?
Actually, to be honest, Ryan, if you're running a resort with empowered and switched on managers, nothing should be a surprise for you. That is the first rule of thumb. Your hand should be on the pulse anyway. So you should know which areas there. That's a different issue. Sometimes depending on the season, and yes, let's not forget, it's a business. Depending upon the money, cash flow constraints and what it is, and the priorities, you choose to do at a certain time. But on the other hand, we have new members coming in, so we do new members survey, induction survey to assess how their first 30 days have been with the club. So for that, we need to understand from them when they have joined it, what we can do better, what we need to improve upon, and also having over 5,000 members sometimes throws the challenges which you highlighted is not one shoe size fits all. So actually, we need to still get our understanding from the new members, from the old members in terms of surveys to do it, from visitors who perhaps frequent as our members, but they still come to use our golf facilities, restaurant facilities, bedroom, or for function or M&E facilities, to what we can improve upon. And most and above all is the management's opening their eyes and ears to on the daily walk around, to then marry what people are saying against what you're observing. And from that basis, surveys are actually in one way or the other, they're already rubber stamping what you should already know if you and your managers are keeping their eyes and ears open.
Thank you. I mean, technology, as we know, is enabling as well hoteliers to work a lot much smarter and deliver those new experiences to guests. Where are you seeing within the Foxhills the role of digital solutions for your overall service and experience delivery today?
Sure. Right. I have to be honest, at Foxhills, we have room to improve in this sector. I'm not going to deny because, and I'm sure, Ryan, you know, technology moves on year. So actually being in a standalone property, that makes it slightly harder for us to catch up. So we have to catch up. I'm not going to deny that. I'm being totally upfront and honest there. However, saying that we do have a lot to offer, which is our USP, a selling point, but it's actually where it comes in the technology, it becomes our challenging. How we have one technology, one platform, which can do justice to golf, tennis, swimming lessons, swimming classes, yogas going on, various things. And plus F&B, bedrooms, M&E, it is a challenge. But we do have 4 years back, we invested in the new PMS system for the resort. Now it enables for our visitors and members journey from the moment they log in to the moment what is their spending habits are, which classes do go, what time do they come because they have to use the card, what time to come, and what all various classes do, attendance and all. It helps us to make us informed decisions if we want to add on more facilities, more classes, or we have to remove certain kind of classes or certain kind of facilities helps us to make informed decision. So for us, where we have just 5,000 members to start off, and visitors, day visitors, hotel guests, technology is a key, and the platform right now, it acts as a CRM as well as to capture the data. So that is the key. But we can do much better, and we are continuously learning and learning from our peers in the industry with their best practices, with what is in the market and everything. So we are learning from that.
I mean, with the amount of money that you've already invested and the developments you've made over the last 5 years, it's of no surprise that, you have to really have that tightrope balance between, the investment in the actual physical infrastructure as well as the digital side. But then in addition, what is quite remarkable for a sort of rural properties is that you have a 300 strong team in a remote location, delivering over 200 activities, some of which you've already mentioned, to guests every single week. So how do you manage recruitment and retention so well? And how have you had to adapt this in recent years, particularly in light of the industry suffering from staff shortages?
Yes. Well, to be truth be told, Ryan, we are not, we are also in the same boat, which are the other industry are. So I share their pain, and I sympathize with them and empathize as well, because I'm also in the same. We are a family-run resort. The resort has been part of our family same family for 40 years. We are celebrating 40 years in September this year. Foxhills being in the family, Hayden family for 40 years. So that's a USP in itself. There are not that many resorts of this size which are freehold and which are still owned, run by a family without any third party or second party, any minor shareholding or anything like that. So that gives us a good story that we are a family. Okay, that was good. Yes, it is. We are in a rural. We are not connected with any major transportation system, so that throws another challenge. So we have got one simple. We recruited our marketing manager last summer. And when we were talking to the marketing manager in terms of recruitment, when we were interviewing, the conversation was not only how we market Foxhills to a customer, and that is it. The conversation equally was also equally weighed on the fact that how we can portray Foxhills and how we can market Foxhills to our potential staff. And I think that is the change of mentality which we have done. We are using marketing tool, which in the past, perhaps 10 years back or something like that, marketing was solely how you can get the customers. PR was purely how you can get the customer. Now both applies equally to our staff also, because we have to make Foxhills desirable not only for customer to come and spend here, but also for our potential staff member to come and perhaps start their career here or spend some fruitful years of their career development with us. We are not only looking for LinkedIn, which used to be the key tool to recruit. Instagram, majority of our staff now are 21 Gen Zs and Gen X kind of a thing, you can say to them. They are Instagram. They are very vocal also, which is a good thing. They will hold the company accountable. They are very vocal with their thoughts, which is a good also. It keeps us on our toes. They challenge our ideas. They help us to devise our ideas. How can we recruit their fellow staff member, team member? We pay just above minimum wage. But what we do is we try, because at the end of the day, we can never be perfect. We are still learning from it, and we are still want to do better, is how we can improve the facilities and the benefits of the team member. So we have got 17, 18 departments on the property, and the staff members have got the freedom that if they want, they can move from one department to the other. We do not hold against them. We want people. Basic principle is supervisors should be promoted from within. If we cannot promote supervisors from within, we are doing something wrong. During troubling times, economic, when we had the coming out of the COVID, we still, key was we maintained our training manager where people were cutting down and culling the staff. We made sure the training manager position is still there because that is key. And we have got a development plan, continuous development plan for the key performance in all the departments, whether they want to progress in their department or different department. We treat our staff team as a members. So when you join as a contracted staff member or a casual, you, after completing a probation, you get a membership card with your photograph, which looks exactly the same as a paying member. Okay, so there are no restrictions for you for using the facilities, whether apart from golf, there are certain tea times and all that, but otherwise there are not even a single. You can use any classes, you can use anything which you're in. And we actually shout about with our members that you might find a server serving a coffee to you in the morning, but in the evening you've gone to a yoga session and that same server will be a mat next to you and doing a yoga session or exercise. And we take pride in saying that. Some on the permanent staff, after a certain period of their service, their family members, their extended family members can become the member.
One of the tools that you said that you use as well in your team is WhatsApp, and that's an important tool for communicating.
It is. The WhatsApp reasons. One is, two is, let's be honest, is most economical. We can get a fancy, platforms and all that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, let's not shy away from the fact that we are running a business. So we have to look at what is more impactful for what we are. So we use WhatsApp not only for staff, but as well as for members. We have got communities within the community. So we have got, like, for example, Table Tennis Club. We have got Babies and Parents Club.
Now, I mean, you mentioned the importance of marketing as well, and you touched on PR. Now, this is an area that you specifically use as a channel to build your business. Can you tell me, as a hotel brand and a luxury resort offering all these facilities, what value you see in this approach versus standard traditional marketing?
That is and as you mentioned, Ryan, in my prep, there is no right or wrong answer in this one, so this is my interpretation. Whereas marketing is call for action, PR it's not a call for action, it's building your brand. For perhaps when you do send a call for action, marketing ad or something like that, people do pay attention to. Now, PR is, in my opinion, is very important, because otherwise we can spend as much money as we want. But if people don't know what's happening, then it becomes a fruitless or unfruitful exercise. So PR is, for me, is the most important from brand recognition point of view. And without brand awareness, as I said, there's no point in spending. We have lots and lots and lots of stories to tell. Nowadays, PR is more important to subtly put what we are good at, what we are doing.
Thank you. And then finally, I mean, you're working with obviously a lot of different partners and suppliers to bring about some of these changes within the property, have the technology, make developments across the portfolio. What's your procurement method, and how do you select your suppliers and technology vendors to work with?
Actually, first is, most importantly, is what are we looking for? So right now, as I said initially, when some of our HODs are sitting in a meeting room with the key departments, HR and all, we are in process of looking for a new, I will use that as an example. That's a perfect example happening right now, is we need a new staff engagement platform, as well as, attendance and HR platform. So key HODs who have got large team and complex team, they are in a room right now with certain stakeholders from the business to come up with the needs analysis. What do we need from that? What our constraints are? What will make the life easy for us? And what will be ideal world, what we can go on? And that's kind of a thing. Then we go out to our vendors and say that these are the things which we are. Are you happy to work with an independent? We are. So we need somebody who is able to understand us as a business and what is there in the market to patch it up, and are their vision and their business, does it align with our values? And if that does, they are the ones.
Well, Tej, thank you ever so much indeed for being available today and sharing your story with Hoteliers Voice. Congratulations. It sounds like you've had a phenomenally busy few years and you've got a lot more plans lined up. Thank you again for sharing them with us.
So Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Tej Walia, the Managing Director at the Foxhills Collection, looking at how to evolve and remain relevant. Check out the rest of our episodes as part of the Hoteliers Voice series, Season 3, and you'll be able to hear from so many other hotels, from independents through to larger boutique properties and brands. I'm your host, Ryan Haynes. Ciao for now.
For more, go to Travel Market Life. The music sensation by Zach Nelson is reproduced under license from Storyblocks. Travel Market Life is a Haynes Marcoms digital marketing agency production, serving the travel and technology industries.